I know everybody knows the name. Ben Shapiro.
Certified freak 7 days a week. Wet ass P-word. Make that pull-out game weak.
Pull-out game weak. We're not talking about Ben Shapiro today, folks. Let me introduce you to his lesser known, lesser intelligent, lesser goddamn everything, unwanted, unloved step cousin, Brian Shapiro.
Men are not stepping up. Their testosterone levels are low, like Brian.
Did she say my testosterone levels were low?
She did.
Okay.
It's not an
As a
assumption.
woman, excuse me, you're not a doctor. You have no medical degrees, so be quiet and let me finish. I am actually defending women, and that I think they should be equal to men, and they have the intellect to not.
You're
excuse
doing
me,
it
I'm
out
not
of
done yet.
emotion.
To be in the kitchen, like Myron thinks, instead of having a job and having a career and being able to live their life they lives. If you think that women are a second-class citizen, then you're a fucking asshole, and I want you deported to Gaza.
Fucking human goddamn tomato. Motherfucker, bro, huh? Yeah, that's one way to prove you're not low T. Getting fucking fuming mad in a matter of seconds. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. A week ago, I had never fucking heard the name Brian Shapiro. Oh my word, oh my life. On God. No cap. In the last 2 fucking days, I have been forced fed this clip between Brian Shapiro and Warren. Warren something from Secret Scholar Society or something. And I've got something to fucking say about it. Because this dude is not only insufferable, but he's so goddamn full of himself. Apparently, dude is on the fucking radio in Nevada. Talk fucking radio, old Brian Shapiro here. Had a little bit of this Warren Shapiro fucking segment, and you might have seen it, but I had a couple fucking things I really wanted to say about it. So, without further ado, buckle up, motherfucker.
Frankly, I love his voice. I love his accent. I love his vibe. I mean, I'm probably not going to like what he has to say, but he's definitely got an energy about him.
Why do you care about race so much?
Why do I care about race so much? Well, I care about people that are discriminated against, whether they be black people or transgender people or gay people. I feel like there's a lot of people in this country that are judged based on race, skin color.
Aren't
That's
you
why I
judging
care.
them by their skin color when you say, I'll choose you
No, I
because
want-
of your skin color?
I want people to be treated as equals, no doubt, but you would agree with me that there is
You just
systemic-
said you would choose the person because of their skin color.
Well,
That's not
here's
treating them
why.
as equals.
Here's why. Would you agree that there's systemic racism in this country?
No.
You don't.
Can you provide
Okay,
evidence of
sure.
systemic racism?
Sure,
Okay.
sure. So Ahmaud Arbery
Other
was
than
lynched-
equity. Equity would
Sure,
be a systemic
sure.
racism.
So Ahmaud Arbery was lynched by 3 white men.
Lynched. This'll be his evidence of systemic fucking racism. Oh, this should be fucking really good.
For months, there was not even arrest that was made. The mother was lied to by law enforcement and local politicians in that city. My question to you, if Ahmaud Arbery was white and 3 black men did the exact same thing, do you think there would have been arrest that day, or you think they would have handled it the exact
There's
same
no
way?
way for
What do you think would have happened if is always the goddamn dumbest goddamn fucking rebuttal. I despise motherfuckers that ask those types of dumbass fucking questions. Oh, what if this entirely other different situation had happened? What do you think would have happened? If you can't understand the absolute fucking idiocy in that fucking question that you're asking somebody, guess what would have happened, as if like you even know the fucking answer to your dumbass question. Bro, I actually looked more into the Ahmaud fucking Arbery case in the last 2 days than I ever have in my life. I always knew there was a bit of bullshit with that case, but I had never actually delved into it much. That case is absolute garbage. Talking about the police lied to his mother. The only instance I can find of them lying to the mother, the cops telling the mother what the men who were involved in this thought. Now, of course, you cannot believe what they say they thought. Yo was running down the street in untied Timberlands. Untied Timberlands. I'm gonna say it again. And if you fucking in your heart of hearts believe this dude was just black and jogging down the street, you've lost your ever-loving fucking mind. Yo had untied Timberlands on. I've seen people run in Timberlands. I know how crazy it sounds to say that. I have never in my life seen a man run in untied Timberlands. That entire fucking case is like complete fucking buffoon shit. It's such a mess Because in the end, like, the jury and all the other shit, like, ended up finding these guys guilty. Bro, yo, they fucking gave a guy like 35 fucking years that was just recording. That was just recording the fucking shit that happened. They gave that man 35 years, bro. They upped it to like a hate crime. They didn't charge the guys. My assumption here, which I've got to do a lot of, because that's what everybody's doing about this case, is a lot of fucking assuming. Because, like, you don't fucking know what happened that day. You weren't there. Oh, Cornball Brian here with his preconceived fucking notions about who these three guys are and what they meant when they fucking took off, like, to stop this guy. They genuinely could have thought, yo, this dude was breaking into a house. Maybe they're wrong on, like, going about trying to stop him. For people to have such fucking strong feelings about it to begin with, that says more about you than it does any fucking body else. Because, like, you're willing to come to, like, not only conclusions, but incredibly strong conclusions off hearsay, off articles that you've read, bits and pieces and clips of things that, like, you don't know what really happened. In the video, the one and only fucking video, a yo running down the street in untied fucking Timberlands, yo ran to the guy that had a gun. That's on video. That actually happened. That case is so insane. The amount of time these dudes got, I'm gonna chalk most of it up to the pressure that a lot of stupid fucking people did put on the state, on the city, on the county, on whatever the fuck it was that ended up following through with the charges, that ended up hyping them up to like hate crime fucking charges. Bro, that fucking case is bananas. And the fact that you would even like, this is your go-to example of systemic fucking racism, bro, you're an absolute buffoon, dude. And, like, Warren will obviously set you straight. Sadly, like, you don't have, like, the mental fucking fortitude. Listen to somebody and learn something from it. That's the unfortunate situation we find ourselves in with these types of people. They might hear you, but listening is not a strong skill for them. They don't listen. They're not open to learning new facts, ideas, and maybe changing little bits and pieces about what they believe. They start from the place of America is a racist shithole. This is systemic fucking racism because yo got shot while running while black. Like it's cornball shit. Cornball shit.
For me to be able to answer that question, you could have a corrupt police department in a town,
Not
with a
racist,
community
though.
that is corrupt.
Nothing to do with racism.
Racism will always exist at the individual level. When you're talking about systemic, you're talking about laws. Can you point to a single racist law?
I'm giving you
Not an
certain
anecdote. You're giving me an anecdote of insane people.
If George Floyd was white, would the same thing have happened
There's
to him?
no way.
Like, yo, if was a fifth motherfucker, we'd all be drunk with all these dumbass fucking ifs. You don't know that, dickhead. You don't know what anything fucking would have happened if. Fuck me, bro. Like, systemic racism, bro, gives you Ahmaud Arbery and fucking tweaked out George fucking Floyd. Oh, bro, that paperboy cap is fucking way too goddamn tight around that big bald head of yours, bro. It's cut off the circulation to your thinking. Maybe that's like your kryptonite from actually like using your brain, Brian.
Way for us to be able to know that.
No way for you to know. Even though the officer was a proven racist who had used the N-word in Derek Chauvin in the past.
Question. If somebody uses the godforsaken N-word, does that immediately make them racist? If you answered yes to that question, you're not only retarded, but you're fucking dangerous. And moronic. Like, that's a triple combo of wowza. Fucking stupid.
You think the exact same thing would have happened if they weren't recording? If they weren't recording that, it would have been a police report that said George Floyd was the aggressor, and you don't think it had anything to do with
How
race.
do you know that? How can you cannot logically know that?
Here's how I know that, because Derek Chauvin and those police officers filed a fake police report, and the only reason why Derek Chauvin is in jail right now is because there were good Samaritans that recorded it.
Bro, they had fucking body cams on, you dingbat. That's most of the footage we've seen is from the cameras that were on the cop's fucking chest. The George Floyd shit, bro, is similar in the vein of without the pressure of the activists and loudmouth clowns like Brian here, Derek Chauvin shouldn't have been charged. If you think differently, it's probably because you're not too fucking bright. Maybe he should have been fired for maybe an excessive use of force. George Floyd was whacked the fuck out. Whacked the fuck out, and if you've watched every minute of that body cam and still like come away from the side of like think of George Floyd as a saint. Yo's got like 154,000 subscribers, G. Go read the comments under some of his videos. You're not going to get me to believe that they're all bots. Like they're not. Like there are real people out here that are certifiably this fucking stupid. You can't get through to them. They don't want to be open to like having a reasonable, honest take about shit, bro. Fuck MAGAs. Fuck MAGAs, fuck maggots, fuck America. Fuck whites. Like, that's as deep as it goes with these people. Like, some of them might not put it in those words, but at the end of the day, like, that's where they'll side. They'll side with George fucking tweaking ass Floyd or Ahmaud fucking untied Timberland Arbery.
That's why we know that.
How do you know that that couldn't have happened if his skin color was different?
I'm asking you the question.
No, you're fucking not, dickhead. You're not just asking the question, bro. Like, you're setting up this whole fucking cunt fucking narrative. As if, like, you know what would have happened if the roles were reversed. As if motherfuckers running through the hood, a white motherfucker running through the fucking hood in his untied Timbs ain't gonna get linked on by 3 black motherfuckers in their neighborhood. Hey, whitey, what the fuck you doing around here? Like, that's... But then again, I guess that wouldn't be racist, right? You know, because blacks, you know, they can't fucking be racist.
You're making the case that if George Floyd was white, you believe the same thing.
I'm not making that case. I'm making the case that you're making a claim that is not logically provable.
It's not logically.
You said if his skin color was different, a series of actions, the following actions would have been completely different. There's no way to logically know
all right.
that.
Well, logically, let me go back to Ahmaud Arbery real quickly.
Logically, stop using that word. Stop using that word, Brian, because you don't have the slightest fucking idea of like what it means or how to use it. With all your complete fucking buffoon strawmen and narratives, bro, it's corny. Dude, I'm trying to tell you, somehow I got forced this clip 20 times in the last 2 fucking days. And each time I went through it, like I got angrier and angrier watching it. Because dude's just got these dumbass looks the whole time. Like he's really fucking thinking this shit through, bro. It's in one ear right out the other. Dude just looks down to his notes every couple seconds for like one more bullet point of a straw man sucker ass narrative he can bring up.
Because I think you're a smart guy. And in my personal opinion, with respect, I think you're being disingenuous. And
there it is. There's that condescending fucking cunt shit. No, I think you're a smart guy. No, you don't, bro. Like, that's so condescending, bro, and you're such a fucking liar. And if you did think he was such a smart guy, maybe you'd, like, take a second and think out what Yo is telling you before you just respond with another, but if, logically, but if.
This argument, you're telling me that if, I'm going to explain. Ahmaud Arbery, an innocent black man jogging down the street.
An innocent black man jogging down the street. Dude, I know it's a billion things, bro, but this is just how everything gets so muddy that, like, nobody knows what the truth is anymore. Even if you ask the questions about what is true and what isn't, like, they'll just deem you a racist. You're not even, like, worthy of discussing what happened or the truth of it. The fact that you're not even, like, immediately captured with the reality of these. This was 3 racist KKK white men that were out to lynch an innocent black man jogging. Like, it's corny to even, like, still think that, bro. Like, I looked into this shit for 10 minutes. 10 fucking minutes, bro. Like, and the video alone should fucking raise more questions with you than any answers, yo, you think you found in that 10 minutes. Yo ran to the gun. Yo went around the truck and then back to the guy with the gun. Not running away. They didn't shoot him coming at him the whole fucking way. But now Yo's fucking in fear. Like, dude, it's cunt shit. It's cunt shit, and, like, I can't stand this dude. He's a fucking clown.
3 white people literally lynch him.
Literally lynched him.
Law enforcement had the video. They saw the video because, as you know, one of those white men recorded it.
Yo, you're stuck on the race of these people. That's a you problem, bro. That's a fucking you problem, Brian Shapiro. The fact that, like, yo, you're so fucking fixated on the race of these people as if that made them do what they did. Are people deeper than their race? Question to you. Are people more than their skin color? If you answer yes to that, stop using that as your go-to reason or excuse of why people do something. Because you're not them. You don't know them. So the fact that you think you could tell me why they did or didn't do something only makes you look fucking stupid.
All of law enforcement there were like 20 or 30 cops on the scene. They all saw the video.
Right? They all saw the video. I saw the video. Did you see the video? If you haven't, you need to go watch it because it's fucking crazy. And I get why they didn't charge the guys. I really fucking do. I mean, especially you up there just looking out for their fucking neighborhood. No, this dude ain't from around here. Fuck you, get the fuck out of our neighborhood. Yo could have been white and I hope they'd have done the same fucking thing. Get the fuck out of our neighborhood. Why you in here with untied Tims running down my street?
Not one arrest was made. They lied to Ahmaud Arbery's mother. And you hold on, here's the question. And you mean to tell me that if Ahmaud Arbery was an innocent white man in that city, jogging down the street, and 3 black men murdered him, not one arrest would have been made that day?
Yo is like so stuck on that. Like he thinks he's got a gotcha. He thinks he's really like getting them here. And I can't find like the whole conversation of this. I believe it's all Brian's footage and he's just put it into clips. So like, yo, you gotta search around to actually find like the entire interview with these two people because yo will put these videos out with titles like liberal fucking media destroys MAGA podcasters and shit. And it's anything but. Yo puts his own videos out here where it just makes himself look stupid. That's impressive. That's as impressive as that dumbass paperboy cap you got on.
In the same way you're going to have corrupt individual police or pockets of police, that does not equate a systemic level of corruption.
Let me ask you another question then.
Completely avoid that. How like you haven't brought up a single fucking point of systemic fucking racism. You've only gone to fucking specific anecdotes and just completely sidestepped that. Okay, well, let me ask you a question. If Santa Claus was real, you think he'd bring me a PS fucking 5?
Because well, I guess.
But I'm not. How am I being disingenuous in this analysis?
Because I think anybody that, in this instance, maybe that is logical, would tell you that if Ahmaud Arbery was white and 3 black men did that to him, that it would have gone down a very different way.
Bro, just because you call it logical doesn't in fact make it logical. It's a leap of fucking judgment that is just retarded. If they'd been white, if he'd have been black, if all this other shit, like, bro, like, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. Why don't you just argue, like, the specifics of the case? Why don't you just do that? Like, maybe you'd have, like, a stronger leg to stand on doing that versus all these sucker-ass strawmen. Maybe?
Logic. That's thinking in generalities, though.
No,
That's the opposite of logic.
I think it's understanding logically that.
Understanding logically that if this other thing would have happened, I know how it would have been handled. I'm telling you, only a fucking lefty could say that sentence. Bro, there's a lot of people on the right I disagree with that I think are stone cold liars and faker and all shit. Only a lefty can say that fucking sentence. Only. It's about understanding logic that, you know, if all these other different things had happened, it would have happened the way I think it would have happened. Yeah, you're wrong.
That there was racism in that system, in that police department with the police officers and politicians, and they all lied. And I believe Ahmaud Arbery's skin color was a main factor.
I believe his skin was a factor. That's good enough for him. It's good enough for fucking 154,000 subscribers of his. That's good enough. I believe it. You're wrong, you know, because I'm logically thinking this straw man out.
You could give me an example of a white person that was killed by 3 black people and they covered it up.
Covered it up. No, they actually just believed the 3 men and what they told them. That'd be my guess. And they probably fucking lived that goddamn neighborhood fucking their entire 3 generations. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, I guarantee you, bro, it was a lot of fucking pressure from a lot of people outside of that entire fucking community to put charges on them dudes. It's clown shit.
There are many. I can't give you a one-to-one example of that scenario, but there are many white people who are killed at the hands of police every year. Mm-hmm. What would that be evidence of? I'm not making a claim that it's evidence of anything larger.
Okay, well, can you give me an example of a time where you were pulled over by police officers because of the color of your skin?
Yes. Many times. Told as much. Hey, white boy, what you doing in this neighborhood? You gonna call me a liar? Huh? You gonna call me a fucking liar? Try it. Cause more than once, I've been pulled over at least twice, told you my face. What are you doing in this neighborhood, white boy? It's pattern fucking recognition, bro. It's shit that people that can use their brain use to make decisions. Hey, he ain't from around here. The fuck you doing around here? Maybe that's wrong. Arguably, maybe there's a debate to be had that like we shouldn't have cops doing that. But if that's the argument, are we just supposed to ignore things that we know are out of place? Ignore like our fucking sixth sense about shit when like we know something's wrong here and I want to investigate it. That is why we hired cops in the first place, right? Bro, people fucking get pulled over for a lot of fucking reasons. A lot of stupid fucking reasons. White and black. Pulled out the car, beat up, guns pulled on them, tased, arrested. Just because you two clowns like live in like an alternate fucking reality where that doesn't happen to you. There's a lot of white people that it does. Does that make it racist? How about that? Better question. Were the black cops that pulled me over and said, hey white boy, what you doing around here? Was that racism? I'd love to know the answer to that. Let me know. Put it in the comments.
What? No, I cannot. Now, what would that be evidence of?
Well, I don't think this is funny actually, because I've actually driven with people who happen to be black that were pulled over for no reason at all, and it's pretty obvious to me. And even Tim Scott and others that are actually serve in D.C. Have told me, and many others, that they were pulled over. They're pulled over 8 to 10 times a year. They believe because of the color of their skin.
Emphasis, asterisk, underline, italic, bold. They believe I gotta get through that. This dude like angers me in a way that like I wanna bang my fucking head against a wall. None of this is systemic. It's all individual, bro. Like it all is. Like it's all individual police officers making individual judgments in the moment you deem that you believe to be racist. I'm not taking your fucking word on nothing, least of all fucking Tim goddamn Scott and what he thinks of why he got fucking pulled over. Like fucking cope, motherfucker.
You can't say, Warren, you've never been pulled over before. Therefore, that's evidence that you haven't been pulled over because you're white.
Warren, I've never been followed in an electronics store because of the color of my skin because they think I'm going to steal either. Do you understand the larger point that I'm trying to make here?
No, dickhead, because I have. I've been followed around in stores with the thought this motherfucker might be getting ready to steal something. By white people, by black people, by all colors of fucking people. I've been followed around stores by people who thought I was gonna steal something. You want to picket their store? Stop thinking white boys are gonna steal shit. Bro, motherfuckers like are following you around half the time because you look like you're fucking up to no good. That's what it is. You may not want to admit that. It's far more than just the color of your fucking skin. There's a lot of things that go into determining whether or not I'm gonna follow you around this motherfucker or not, bro. Old white grandmothers can go in there and steal something, bro. All colors of people steal shit. Your fucking examples are like so textbook corny lefty shit. Black people get followed around the stores, they say it's racism. Black people get pulled over, of course that's racism. Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd. That's your 4 fucking examples of systemic fucking racism, Brian. Bro, it's like listening to a 10-year-old trying to explain like why they believe in the Easter Bunny. Bro, I wake up and the basket's there. Fucking overflowing with chocolate fucking eggs. How can he be fucking real?
Sometimes black people
If you dress different, if you dressed with your in a stereotypical way,
Bro, you're not thinking and you just look stupid. Give it a fucking break.
a white person could dress in a way that would set that store owner off in alarm and be like, I gotta follow this guy. He could be a security risk.
Very fucking true, Warren. Very fucking true. Now, of course, he'll ignore that because it goes against his narrative and bring up another, but what if? What if? What if?
So you think people are following people for... You think people are following other people?
I think a black man who is a well-dressed black man, likely in most environments, is not going to be followed around. Again, there will always be individual racism, though.
Chuck's note. So what if?
There are racist individuals.
So you think the major factor of why black people are followed in stores because in fear of they might steal stuff is not their skin color, but because they might be wearing baggy pants?
Who said baggy pants? Is that a black thing? Baggy pants? Brian? You're not using stereotypes, are you, Brian? Oh, bro, there's a lot of factors of why somebody would get followed around a fucking store. Like, the way you dress is obviously one of them. The fact that, like, you can't even just, like, recognize that and grant that. Like, how are you supposed to converse with these people? Why would you even debate with this guy? And I get all the reasons that people debate with other people. I fucking get those reasons. But on the same note, like, for what? This guy will learn nothing, ever. Watching that Tim Pool one, like, the other day was just like, bro, like, for every time he would kind of make a good point, the next sentence, like, revert right back and double down on, like, the goddamn dumbest fucking shit in the world. Yes, bro, you're gonna get followed around if somebody, like, thinks, yo, you look like somebody up no good. If you don't like it, go some goddamn where else. Or fucking deal with it. And shut the fuck up.
There's no way for me to know that. That happens at the individual level. Every store owner has a different reason.
Checks notes.
They're in a different environment. Different factors are contributing to that decision that they're making.
So
There's
is
no
Tim
way for us
Scott?
to know.
So is Tim Scott lying when he says that he was pulled over 10 times last year because of the color
I
of his
don't know
skin?
who.
What does that have to do with what Warren is saying? Bro, like, everything Warren gives out of his mouth is generally reasonable, honest, like, good faith take on anything he's really talking about. Dude just, like, can't even address that. He can't even try and unpack it and understand where Warren's coming from. It's just an immediate, like, revert back. Oh, okay, so Tim Scott's a liar. Maybe he fucking is. We're supposed to, like, make fucking, like, laws and shit off what people believe is happening to them. Unprovably believe what happens to them. Oh, I'm sure you do. Because you're that fucking stupid, Brian.
Tim Scott is.
Okay, well, he's a representative in Washington, D.C.,
Okay.
and he ran for president. I'm just saying, I don't know what it's like to be black. Obviously, you don't know what it's like to be black in this country either.
And they don't know what it's like to be white. See how that works? Brian, so fucking what, bro? I can understand what you're going through if you can explain it to me. That's just human nature, communication between each other. We attempt to understand one another. You don't get to just lay it out like, I can't get it because you have different skin color than me. You know how fucking retarded that sounds? What is it that I can't understand? Discrimination? Racism? Because I can. I've dealt with it myself. Racist black motherfuckers, racist Mexicans, racist fucking Asians. Dealt with all sorts of racist fucking people. I either stay away from them or cope. Give it back. Fucking get over it.
But I think, in my opinion, I guess this is where we disagree, Warren. Yes, I do think systemic racism exists.
And you haven't showed a single fucking example of it. As you ignore everything Warren said to counter your fucking narrative, you just double back down on the, well, you know, I believe it. I believe it. Innocent and jogging while black into untied Timbs.
I do think that...
What's the evidence? Can you point to a single law?
well, sure.
Do it then, Brian. Fucking do it.
You don't have to point to a law.
Yes, you fucking do, you fucking moron.
Yes, you do. If you're going to claim the systemic racism, that's what systemic racism means.
But I've given you examples of
That's
why
not-
I think black
You've
people are
given
not
me
treated
examples of
as white
individual
people.
racism.
Well, yeah.
That's not-
No, you fucking brought up Derek Chauvin once said the N-word. Systemic racism, huh? Man used the fucking no-no word, huh? Fucking defund the police. Bro, like, I'm just glad this is almost over. I swear to God, I hope I never see this dude another day in my fucking life.
In a police
Systemic,
department.
that's
Yeah.
not systemic racism.
So you believe that black people are treated the same as white people in our justice system?
Is that what he said? We should all try to treat everybody equally. Individual cases will vary. Every single step along the way in every individual case varies, and it changes the dynamic of everything, of every interaction, of any example you can use, any anecdote, any fucking thing you can bring up will vary between the next one. There are no two identical situations of any fucking thing ever in the history of the fucking world. So the fact that, like, yo, you think you can imagine how things would play out that didn't happen, prop up your fucking sucker ass way of looking at the world, bro. It's corny. I just feel bad imagining that somebody signs a paycheck to you. Like, you get paid to go on the radio and just be an absolute fucking buffoon.
As well?
They should be, yes.
I didn't
That's
ask
the
you
whole.
the-
Our,
but
our
but hold on.
justice system is designed to treat people
Sure.
equally. That's why I'm alarmed when Trump is not treated equally.
That's a great point. And only an honest person would actually be able to grant that point. Anybody who thinks Trump has been treated equally in the justice system, you're a buffoon, you're a partisan hack, you're an ideologue, and you've been captured. And it's unfortunate, and you're ignoring everybody who's telling you it's happened. Wake up.
Okay, so hold on. Warren, my question wasn't if you think they should be treated the same. I agree with you. They should.
It's
My
just-
question
you would
is,
have- there's no
That's
way
my
for me
question.
to know. You would have to provide me an example of where it's not being applied fairly for me to say it's unfair.
That's too honest for Brian. That's too reasonable. That's too, one might say, logical for Brian. He needs the generalities, the narrative, to just swipe one big broad brush of systemic fucking racism. We don't need examples, because I believe. But if.
Well, first of all, money is a big factor here. I think we both can agree.
Where the fuck are you about to take this, Brian? Oh my God.
That if you have legal representation and money.
I agree with that.
Okay, well, in this country, unfortunately, minorities, not as a whole, but many minorities in this country are suffering in poverty. And
many white people in this country are suffering from poverty. You know that, right? All shades of fucking people in this goddamn country are suffering from poverty. Many fucking reasons for it. None of them involve racism. And even if I granted that some were, if this was the fraction of poverty in America, the amount that's due to racism would be down here. You barely get a piece of fucking hair in there. It's so goddamn thin.
And when they're arrested for certain crimes, they are not treated the same as somebody who has privilege, who has money that can get legal representation and can afford it.
That's not a fucking race thing, dickhead. And fortunately/unfortunately, we all get given a public defender. No matter what, the poorest, the homeless, living under the fucking bridge. They may not be worth a whole lot, but you are given a defense. And if you can't afford better defense, you shouldn't be getting in goddamn trouble any fucking way. What is this? Where are you even taking this, Brian? Like, you don't even know, bro. It's just like it's such, like, lefty cunt fucking narrative bullet points. Sideswipe, push away any rebuttal Warren sends my way, and just revert back to the same lefty fucking garbage.
So I guess where we fundamentally disagree is that you believe as a whole, black people are treated the same as white people in society for the most part when it comes to law enforcement, when it comes to our justice system. And I think there's a lot of black people that would disagree with you on that. And listen, I'm not black.
Bro, and neither am I. And I'll tell them all, shut the fuck up. Fucking life is hard. Like, nobody owes you fucking nothing. If you fucking encounter a racist motherfucker, go some goddamn where else. If you fucking encounter a racist cop, record it. Put it on TikTok. By tomorrow, you have 1 million fucking views on it. And half the goddamn country picketing outside the fucking department. Bro, it ain't 1920 no goddamn more, bro. Let the racism shit go. It's doing nothing. And it just makes more stupid people like old Brian here think they got a case when they don't. They're just fucking stupid.
But I literally have been in the car.
Literally, fucking literally.
With black people driving the vehicle who were pulled over for absolutely no reason. That's never happened to me before, by the way. I've had some speeding tickets.
The time I got pulled over was for absolutely no reason. I get your, but that's, okay, you were in the car with someone who was black that was driving and they got pulled over for a nonsensical reason.
Mm-hmm. And that happened to you once, right? But a couple of my friends, this happens to them literally a dozen times a year.
Literally, fucking bro, you're a fucking liar. And so are your fucking dumbass friends. Dozens of times a year, they're pulled over for nothing. Literally fucking nothing. God bless you, Warren, for even having the fucking fortitude to sit down with this god-awful fucking clown. How he's got half the subscriber base he does, I guess it's just further evidence. We've let down this entire fucking last generation of kids. They're so goddamn dumb that I don't know what it's gonna take to fucking wake these people up. Clowns like old Brian fucking Shapiro here can get 154,000 fucking subscribers. We are fucking literally, we're fucking literally fucked.